My high horse. So more evidence of more than inhuman. So we made a deal with money and property you didn't know about, Alex, with people who are terrorists and criminals. And we made deals, and we made this deal where we can bet your property away illegally because it's part of a game. And we made this deal without your permission. And then we just lie to people and say we're your representatives and lie to people and say we're on your team when we're not, and you don't even know who the fuck we are. So the deal is, ideas you make and property you own, we get to bet with illegally without your permission, even when we see you reporting to Intellectual Property Rights Commission and other people. And then we just control the information somewhere. And then that means we get to own your property because we just made up some rule to some morons with more than inhuman stupidity. That's even more interesting. So you're telling me I can just see some guy with property who either knows about it or doesn't know about it? Because there's some property I know about that they pretend is theirs and gamble away illegally. But then there's other property I never knew about that they stole and were gambling it away illegally. So what they're saying is I could see a bank with some terrorists and criminals involved in RICO and terrorism. You see that bank right there? Let's make a game. And then, we'll make a game where we get to bet with the bank's property and money. And then we'll all make a deal. And since we all made a deal together, it's all right to gamble with their money. The bank would probably be like, oh, okay. Yeah, fuck you. It's my property. You don't own shit. I don't care who you made a deal with. And I definitely don't care that you made a deal with terrorists and guys involved in a mafia and RICO. Sorry, I own my bank and it's my bank and you have no right to gamble with anything I own. So that's kind of what's going on here. And somehow that argument's been flying with people who have more than inhuman stupidity. And somehow there's law enforcement who know about this and have more than criminal negligence and maybe a part of this mafia or terrorist organization. It's mind-boggling how this is working, but how the hell are these people not in prison? But yeah, so they basically think they can just see a bank, create a game, and then gamble with the money in the bank and just claim they own it. Or they think they can just implant someone in the bank and then claim they own the bank and then gamble with the bank's money and then say it was part of a game and we created a game and these are the rules we made, and they can just lie to law enforcement and control information. And the bank's like, what the fuck's going on? I've been reporting to law enforcement regularly. What the hell's going on? And all these guys just control information to some dumbass who can't put the pieces of the puzzle together and be like, this doesn't make sense at all. So that's kind of what's been going on in my life in a weird way. And I'm trying to figure out how that's flying and who the hell's entertaining this crap because it's absolutely crazy. But yeah, how the hell is this going on in America? And then people know these guys actually conspired to murder me if I find out. How are these people not in prison? Because that's conspiracy murder. And they've even attempted murder numerous times. Key point. Through shocking my heart, brain, channels, etc. But so like I've been saying, so what they think is you can do in America is you can just see something you want, whether a kid with a will that he doesn't know about, or even see a kid with a will that he doesn't know about and property that he knows is his. Make a game around it and, just start pretending you're affiliated with them and then just start gambling with the property illegally to other people and create some government or fake government and pretend like you all own the property or pretend like you all made a deal and that he's involved when he's not. And then you can just gamble with this property illegally and pretend you own it when you don't. And then if you lose a bet, then the criminal who knows that you were betting with property you don't own, now he thinks he owns it. How's this flying in America? And who needs to be sued for gross negligence and more than criminal negligence? And why are these people going to prison? Because they're not just gambling and stealing. If I didn't know, that would have been another thing. But they're actually attempting murder and experimenting on me illegally, sexually abusing me, holding me hostage, committing psychological torture, sexual torture, other forms of torture, attempts of murder, conspiracy to murder, theft of trillions of dollars. So when is this whole community of people who have more than psychiatric illness, more than criminal negligence, involved in RICO and terrorism going to prison? Because that makes they need to go to prison. Because anyone who doesn't see they need to go to prison shouldn't be in a position of authority. Yeah, anyone who doesn't see these guys need to go to prison shouldn't be in a position of power. Murderers, terrorists, and guys involved in RICO. Yeah, you don't see people who are murderers, terrorists, and involved in RICO. They don't need to go to prison and get their assets freezed and seized. If you can't see that, you may have psychiatric illness or more than inhuman stupidity. Especially guys distributing weapons illegally, like WMDs and other weaponry. Praise Jesus. Yeah, no one has a right to make deals with property that's not mine and leave me out of the conversation and leave me out of this and then be like, oh, he's psychotic, and then just lie to some people and make fake videos of it when I'm really not. And then just leave me out of communication so you can like trick people who aren't very smart, I guess. And maybe some of those guys who aren't registering on the IQ score. They took the IQ score, but it didn't register. And like I was saying today, they may have maybe some of the SQ guys, part of the SQ community. Beware of the SQ words. The SQ. Some of them are held hostage in Area 51. Not real. That's a joke. But yeah. I don't mean to be a shitbag, but really pissed because there's trillions of dollars have been stolen from me. If trillions of dollars were stolen from you in data, ideas, IP, and compensation for crimes you're a victim of, what would you do? Because supposedly some of these people are killing people for $100K. Some are killing people for $1 million, actually killing people. I'm losing trillions here, and trillions of dollars in crimes are being committed on me. So how would you feel? Praise Jesus.